It is Community Music Monday, and on this, our holiest and most favorite of days of the week, we are hopping in, and we're going to see which of these 50 albums we're going to listen to. We currently have a gamble where people in the chat have gambled their tuning forks to see if we were going to hit a top 3 album or a bottom 47 album. Now, it has been a while since Little Pie Gang has won album Pie. So we're going to shuffle this thing up. I
want Little Pie.
I'm kind of team Little Pie as well, just because it's been so long. But then, like, admittedly, I'm really excited to hear Tool, which is kind of funny.
I just saw Yellow Grateful Dead.
So, yeah, I'd really love to see just a sliver make it. Now, if you didn't know, the bigger it is, the longer it's been there, or the more it's been buffed. The smaller it is, the newer it is. I think that pretty well explains it. Guys, do you have an album on the pie? Let us know. Good luck to all of you. If you're finding out you won on YouTube a little bit later, congratulations. Here we go. Actually, I don't like all that yellow.
Small pie.
I need there. That's better.
Good.
That's good. That's the one. Here we go. Good luck. Is it Big Pie or is it Little Pie Gang? Is it going to be Little Pie Gang?
Oh, it's that tiny
It's going to be Tool. I was really kind of hoping it was going to be a Little Pie Gang, but it's going to be Tool. I'm kind of excited about this.
I remember that you like Tool now. I forgot.
I was really...
So this is a good thing.
Yes.
Because at first they saw Tool and I was like, ooh.
This is really... So what's funny about this, interesting subtext, until very recently, I was really sweating bullets about Anima or Lateralus hitting because I had my only impression of Tool had been this live performance of a song called Sober, and it just gave me the heebie-jeebies. I was baked out of my gourd. This is when I was not like a put-together person, and I was just creeped out. I mean, truly, I was just creeped out. And it went like 2 years before I would ever, have Chance intervene and listen to Tool again. And I friggin' fell in love with Anima. It was amazing. It was so good. It was actually genius. And while it didn't necessarily capture sounds that I would have found myself listening to, I think that's part of what made it so special. It was exactly sounds that I would never have typically listened to. And it was done in a unique way. And it was like I was finally at a point where I could appreciate the sounds, like the different psychedelia of it, the different things that went into it. It was not nearly as creepy as what the live sober version thing was.
Yeah.
But then, I haven't done the payout yet. Thank you for reminding me. But after that, I see Danny Carey and him doing Numa, and that was just mind-blowing. It was a top 3, correct? It was a top 3, correct? I'm getting ready to do the payout. But
it looks like it from the pie.
I think it was a top 3. So after doing that, I've had 2 fantastic impressions of Tool. After one bad one, I'm excited to hop into Lateralus. And this is the album everybody was like, dude, Walt, that's the album.
I've heard a student told me to listen to this album.
Everybody got paid out, by the way. Congratulations.
Everybody got paid out.
Yeah.
You know what song that's from?
No, I don't. This album is pronounced Lateralus.
Oh, Lateralus.
Huh.
Lateralus.
Okay, guys. This is it. Have you heard any songs on this, babe?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't really know anything about Tool.
So
somebody asked me to go see Tool when they were in Dallas, and it was like a random night, like a Monday night. I got a little nervous about the metal, so I said no. But I do like Alex Gray a lot, and I know he does their art. You can see it right there.
Yeah, no, and anybody who has been here, I think, maybe has a better chance of understanding what it was I was hearing in Tool.
Apparently they do put on a good show, is what I heard.
I don't. Have you ever? Have you been there?
I've been in a tent with like all Alex Gray's art, like all painted around it,
But I mean, have you
like without
have you
actually
done the
being there.
DMT?
Mm, no comment.
Me neither. Uh anyways, yeah, we're gonna hop into this thing. Lateralus. Guys, you have my context. Now we're gonna listen to this album. I'm gonna hit the play button. Let me know if you've heard this album before. I try very hard to show people as we go through, that this is a music discovery stream, that we go kind of boldly into music that we've never heard before. And for those of us that have heard it before, we celebrate as people listen to our music for the first time. But yeah, I try to show people that this is about discovery. So guys, I'm gonna hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. If you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Or join us on Kick or Twitch. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. These people over here are actually the best people. And I know I speak for all of us when I say we'd love to have you by. Guys, without further ado, Tool, Lateralus. Here we go. Bingo bango. The Grudge. Fresca's out, boys. The timing. I was literally just sitting here counting it, and in my brain, I get to 5-8, and then I look over at the chat, and I see Tim goes 5-8, confirmed Prague. That just this really sets me up to feel like we're gonna have a good album today, guys. We're gonna have a great album today, guys. It's gonna be a good time. Everybody, buckle up. We got 5-8. I also really love the bass line and the metal guitar vibe going on.
I like the bass.
You know what's interesting to me is that the bass is playing more treble-y sounds and the guitar is playing more low-end bass sounds. The bass is playing the higher pitched stuff.
Oh.
The tapping noise I'm hearing. Is it bass tapping? The stereo panning.
When the grudge like a crown, negativity, calculate what we will not tolerate, desperate to control all and everything, unable to forgive these scarlet lettermen.
I love this so much already. The drums, the dynamics, the high to low. This is not in your alley at all, is it?
I was just actually reading up about this album.
Tell me if you hit anything that's good, interesting information.
Yeah, I will.
It's where his lyricism comes in, though, right? Like you hear this, it's not like his voice I've heard. It's a much crunchier kind of like a.
When the grudge like a crown.
You know, it doesn't have that pop punky kind of thing. It doesn't have like that really over the top like operatic kind of thing. It's got like kind of a metal-y thing.
I'm wondering if it goes into different like waves of like maybe less. I don't know.
I would
I'm totally new, so I have no idea. So I'm gonna give him a little more. Of a
It definitely
chance.
gives me a Metal Giz vibes here. Metal Giz, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard vibe.
Yeah.
I absolutely see further again where those connections come in. The unique time signatures, the crunchy tones.
What we will not tolerate. Desperate to control all and everything, unable to forgive the Scarlet Letterman.
You Scarlet Letterman. The drums here, and then just a bass. The
The
dynamics.
Grudge.
You. This is so soundscapey.
Clutching like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down.
This is more the voice I'm familiar.
Grip 'em to the lonesome man. Clutch it like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Terrified of being alone, ultimatum prison cell. Saturn ascends, choose 1 or 10. Hang on or be humbled again.
You know, so before I start commenting on like the guitar tone and its change and the way it kind of leads in, this really, the way his meter works against the music, like when he sings and articulates his voice, is super interesting to me because it again, not only does it change time signatures like from the first verse to the second verse, but like he kind of also has to like fit his lyricism into the change, and he does that so well. Again, the clutch it like a cornerstone, like something that's so important. Otherwise, it all comes down. Justify denials and grip them to the lonesome end. Like he even throws like rhyming here, just to. It's almost like he's talking in poem and not in song. I love stuff like that. It's like you get metal jazzy moments like this too.
Like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Justify denials and grip 'em to the lonesome man. Saturn ascends, comes round again. Saturn ascends, throw 1 or 10. Ignorant to the damage done. Wear the grudge like a crown. Negativity, calculate what we will not tolerate. Desperate to control all and everything, unable to forgive the Scarlet Letter. Wear the grudge like a crown. Desperate to control, unable to forgive, and sinking deeper.
I've got to say that Danny Carey has got to be one of the coolest drummers I've ever heard in my life. And I've only heard like a couple, like a handful of his songs. But the amount of stuff I've heard this man do between the one album and the
Danny
one
Carey.
and the one live song,
Drums.
it just blows my dick off.
Whoa.
Like it really blows my dick off.
What?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I'm like it blows my dick off,
It
and you're
sold-
like, wow.
It sold 555 copies in its first week, and earlier I was singing a line from 555.
I like that. like the fish tune 555. I love it. Do we have any fish fans? Chat. This is really cool to me. I like the transitioning in the time periods on it, like and the transition in the time signatures time periods. Wow. But then you go and like they really do have like a prog metal psychedelic thing happening. And I feel like Tool is one of the very few bands where I would say like the drums are a melodic instrument. You know?
Desperate to control, unable to forgive, and sinking deeper, defying it, confining it, sinking deeper, controlling, defying it, and we're sinking deeper.
You know, it's not as like, but it doesn't sound like as, I don't know, echoey or in a box. It doesn't have like maybe this like trebly slapbacky sound, the guitar tone specifically on this that Anima did. I feel like it I don't know, this just has a lot more balls to the tone. You know what I mean? What's that?
Like it's heavier.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. I don't know.
What
Is
does balls on a tone sound like?
it's thicker? I
okay.
golly, I don't know.
Well, I said heavy.
You know, you're really getting me into an
like
interest.
honey.
I don't know. Not like honey. This doesn't have a. It's interesting though because you're kind of really hitting into the idea of like what is words and you know how does one define sound. Right, like this is exactly the struggle that guitarists have, and I feel like a lot of us have kind of got just a universally accepted language. What is it, 69? Nice. I think a lot of guitar players have a universally accepted language for the way things sound, but it's all kind of based on nothingness and words that we've heard others use before. If that makes any sense at all. So forgive me if when I say it sounds more full or, you know, less jangly or like, I guess in this case, I'm saying it sounds a little less trebly to me, a little bit more filled with bass tones, more balls.
Yeah.
Yes. She's doing this to me. Not in real life. Mine aren't that big. I've never heard Maynard with this voice. I love this part so much. The bass is so nice. The toms. Honestly, I think the guitar work in Numa was like obviously an evolved you know, guitar player. I mean, it's what 20 some years later, right? 18. I don't know when that came out, but this has been one of my favorite guitar moments of Tool so far.
It's
Did you hear that? Did you? That? Listen to the drums. That made me so happy.
I like it.
And then the bass tapping. You think he's okay?
Yeah.
That was 25 seconds is what they say.
Whoa. I don't know if I should keep listening or.
Maybe you should take the
It's like-
headphones off because I want to hear that
It's
again.
okay.
I want to hear him do it
I'm
again.
just like over here, like deep breathing.
This is a
It's little,
guy.
like causing like just this style of music is like just like anxiety.
This
Exciting.
literally makes me wanna I get so excited about stuff like this just because of
gosh.
what I know it takes to put something like this together. I think it's pretty cool. I'll totally understand if this is for you. I know metal isn't your thing.
Yeah.
I love this a lot.
I know. I can tell.
I hear the let goes. Unreal. The panning on the drums. So we're gonna listen to some psychedelic prog metal, huh? I'm so excited. This is exactly the kind of I feel like honestly, yeah, it's like I'm discovering PDA again.
Yeah, then that's the one Giz album. Like, well, no, I have more than one Giz album to listen to, but that's the one I know you love that I haven't listened to yet because I'm like avoiding the metal ones.
Yeah.
But when I was at the show, I liked it. So I feel like this is the kind of thing where if Tool came into town, I'd go with you and just see it and just
Get closer to the mic.
Yeah.
I love this. But again, I love the complexity that makes up metal. And yeah, to hear something that sounds so much like one of my favorite albums is really exciting. I got to run an ad. I'll be back, and then we'll run the rest of this thing down to the ground. Let's go. All right. Hopping back to it and getting into Eon Blue Apocalypse. Here we go. Seems like this is an instrumental. Maybe a transition instrumental. Ooh. Love the little tremolo picking on the guitar here. Or is that the bass again? Got it. Thank you, Con. So just for the sake of me getting some good commentary in on this, does anybody have any good tidbit on Eon Blue Apocalypse? Is there a reason for the name, or was that just a good name for the transitionary piece? I love hearing the tremolo picking stuff. Sounds like the Numa opening to you. Okay. Now I'm going to let this transition into the patient. Just want to let you know. It seems like, are these little transitionary like songs in between these big guys? Are these like, is that what it is? They're just instrumental transitions? All right, hop it in.
Oh, they're in between each one or each big song.
I'm not sure. It looks like you got a minute, and then nope, thank you, babe. And then a minute 12. So, not sure. Here we go. You have something good?
No.
What's the count? One, two, three, one. It tickles your brain there. You hear the stereoscape? Sorry, I just read anything is 4/4 if you're brave enough. That was maybe one of the funniest things I've ever read in my entire life. It just, yeah, you give anything enough confidence, it's 4/4. I love it. That was maybe the best one-liner I'll read all week. That was good, dude. I'm gonna end up stealing that one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. I recall once that you guys said, when I asked what time signature it was, and you told me that the time signature was Tool. And it's starting to make more sense to me. You guys remember? You guys remember that? Because it's really just getting thrown in my face right now. When you ask people what time signature Tool is, they just say Tool.
Okay, so they're known for
Oh. What'd you say?
I don't notice time signature, so I don't really know what you mean.
So it's like, you hear us counting a lot, right? Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's like a 4.
So that was 4/4.
Yeah. But some tool might count to like 33 over 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Hmm.
But
This is the drummer, of course.
yeah, but it's like all of the band has to play up and into what the drummer is doing, right?
Okay.
Like, and then sometimes what is even crazier is like maybe the drummer is doing like something like 33/8. Maybe the guitar player's like, you know what? I'm gonna play 5/4 while you're doing that, Danny.
Okay.
And just cause, you know, like the bass player's like, hey, you know what, guys? 11/4. Yeah, it's literally one of the, you know, and obviously I'm just kind of throwing stuff off the cuff here, but it's like eventually all of those things will line up and like they will come into syncopation on a beat,
Yeah.
and there's your resolve. So you hear a lot of that kind of stuff with Fish. Think about this in a psychedelic, metal-y kind of way, but
Right.
with a drummer that might just take a dump all over John.
It's like jazz.
A lot like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know, I know a lot of jazz.
For sure.
I love jazz.
It's very similar, just with a different texture of sounds over the top of it.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
Oh, tedium escapes me, startling the fearful. Is this a test? It has to be, otherwise I can't go on. Draining patience, drained vitality, this paranoid, paralyzed.
I love this version of his voice a lot. He's kind of got this melodic thing happening here where he's, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of a softer thing. It's not, I don't want to say crooning, but it's just a lot clearer. You know, it kind of cuts through. When you see how many voices he has in his friggin' face, it's kind of nuts.
Voices?
Yeah. This one
like
man,
his different styles
yes,
of singing. Okay.
he is every bit a voice actor as
Okay.
he is a singer, for
And-
sure.
What's his name?
Maynard.
Maynard.
I was saying his last name Kane for whatever dingleberry reason, but I think it's Keenan.
Well, wait. What did I call him? Because I looked him up earlier.
You called him Maynard.
Maynard.
Behind when we were on breaks, you called him Maynard.
I was looking up Maynard's early 1981 silly band called Green Jello. Then they had to change their name to Green Jelly
Because
Jello.
the
perhaps,
lawsuit.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I was wondering if I feel like you'd want to check them out.
maybe what you said it's a comedy band?
I think that's what it said. Okay. Play.
Playing.
But I'm still right here, giving blood, keeping faith, and I'm still right here.
This is amazing guitar tones too. I love it.
Here, giving blood, keeping faith, and I'm still right
I want to revisit that moment again. That transition with that drop was a punch in the lungs. Like that was a cause of positive feeling heart palpitations. Like that was just such a soaring moment. That really sent it. When you have like that really might have been my favorite version of Adam's guitar tone that I've heard so far. Like for sure. The guitar player's name is Adam, right, guys? Like, you just forgive me if I got that wrong. But going from that, the transition from the doon 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 doon, you know, like that kind of thing, the softer, delicate thing, and then they just decide, like, you know what we're gonna do? Blow all of the dicks in the arena off. Right here. Dicks get blown off now. They're all gone. This rips. It's so good. And then you get these really awesome leads punching in the back. That lead part, the guitar part, this is, I think, definitely been my favorite, like, guitar song of Tool. But it's in the less is more capacity there. The timing, it's kind of like off but on, you know. Do 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 do. It's got this fade through, this punch. It doesn't need to be gratuitous. It just it defines the moment of the song, and it starts coming through like back here, like on the weighted out part, on the next part. Is Maynard the only vocalist? Because I hear a lot of vocal layers as I go through it, and I'm wondering how it happens in a live context where you get these additional vocal layers. I'm seeing yeses and I'm seeing nos. I need more specifics. Please be more Pacific for me. Got it. It felt like there were two guitar parts happening in either ear, like a guitar part in the right ear and the guitar part in the left ear. Does Adam do live looping? The drum. Dude. It's like it goes to a major key, but it almost feels like they're playing minor key leads on top of a major key. Maybe, I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Does that sound? I feel like that just, hey, Tara made it home. Good to hear it. I'm glad. That, honestly, and by the way, RZ Wang, welcome to the Rooskies. I love when somebody comes in with immediate context. That is fantastic. It's polytonality. Thank you.
Hey, Tara.
I love the shout out. So this part right here, you have the drums really, really, really on this song. Send it so hard. This really kills. dun 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 dun. Are we doing harmonics there? With the bass? Chugging, baby. I don't. Adam's stereo use here, man. He hits really. So, babe, you've got you get the headphones on. So I want you to be listening to the guitar tone because you're gonna hear it jump from your right ear to your left ear and back. It's gonna kind of go back and forth in this "Be Patient" part. So. It's also the drum panning is so good, but it's coming right here. It's done now.
Yeah, it was very quick, right? I actually like this song from the start.
I'm really glad you like this.
I like the "Be Patient" line.
I just read Tim's message and I just got this image of myself being the douchey dude in the meme with like the sunglasses on with his arm around the girl, like explaining like this is Tool's time signatures. Like I'm hearing Tool for the first.
I did ask about that.
I'm over here thinking to myself, like, man, I am that guy on a first listen. I hate that. But I'm really excited. This sounds really good. But the time signatures, though, they're so cool.
All right,
babe.
what is this?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's Tool.
Good one.
The major key change. And then we're back to the bass and hand drum. Is it a hand? No. Hey, we're back to Gonna Wait It Out. You know what's interesting is as we got into this, I thought the patient was going to be.
That part.
I thought the patient was going to be like a person in a straitjacket or something. Okay. I thought that that's what I was going to hear. We didn't hear about that. We heard about like patience.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I liked it.
Gonna wait it out. Like, this is not at all.
There's still how much longer is left
of the album?
No, the song.
Oh, like 13 seconds.
Oh, I guess I just really liked that
seconds.
ending. Maybe just like
I'll bring it back. Yeah, I'm gonna. We'll run it back for you. This Gonna Wait It Out thing. This I'm not gonna lie though. I think I've just heard my favorite Tool song.
From the very beginning of this, I was thinking it might be.
I really think I've just heard my favorite Tool song.
I could appreciate.
Something you could sink your teethers into.
Gonna wait it out. Gonna wait it out. Wait it out. Gonna wait it out.
Mater, so
I did do some looking up on the song, The Patient, and like somebody just wrote about being about his mom.
yeah, it says the patient is both Maynard's paralyzed mother and also the patient's Maynard himself needed while caring for her.
So
Wow. This tedious pass I've chosen here, I must keep reminding myself of this. I certainly would have walked away by now, and I may still. Like, it's a very honest reflection, especially with that being the consideration. Like, that's. like, that's heavy. I mean, and I'm not going to lie, one of my worst fears is losing my mama. Like, one of my all time worst
don't
fears.
even say it.
Yeah, like that lady
I have
is
serious death anxiety for my parents dying.
and the idea of like,
Stop,
you know,
please.
yeah. We don't need to go there right now.
I'm just starting to like open up to listening to the metal.
You're like, I'm just
bring
now
it
ready to
back.
listen to Tool. I don't want to talk about your mom dying.
All right. No, you can continue your thought. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Speak your truth, babe.
We're gonna listen to the mantra. She will die. Love her now. This is let us actually all of us agree that we're gonna. If you have a parent or a surrogate parent, you're gonna reach out to them and just tell them you love them because you can. If you can, do that. I am always a proponent of telling your parents you love them when you can. I have genuinely the best parents in the world. Really have like lift me up parents. Love them while you can and let them know that you do.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah. Appreciate the time we do have. Ooh.
I love their little transitions. Tell me that this isn't sort of like floating in the abyss of DMT, though. So I hear. Let's come down from the sadness of the patient with mantra, consisting of a slow down recording of one of the band members giving their kitty a hug. Really? This is a nice. Okay. Can I ask you guys what you think? Because, you know, there was moments in that last song that I felt like I heard, like, Metallica influence, like, Rush influence, you know, but at the same time, I don't want to, like, suppose, right? Like, I don't want to say anybody is derivative or anything like that. So I would like to just ask, what do you know that these guys are influenced by? Have they ever said who has inspired them? Or you know, I'm kind of interested in that. Schism is where the prog really hits the fan. Ooh,
What's up next?
Schism. Yeah,
I will have to say, I just went outside and got the best sniffs.
Petrichor. It rained in the
It
desert.
rained a lot.
And where we live, there's just a ton of dirt. So when it rains, you smell the petrichor smell like heavy here.
It's so good.
And this has probably been the most suggested song by Tool I listened to in general, actually. I didn't even realize it fell on this album. So here we go. Schism. Bingo bango.
This one has about.
Oh, it's got its own Wikipedia page. Listen to that bass.
Giz teased this.
Whoa. Whoa. I feel like you guys are going to really hate me for saying this, but I feel like I heard a kid play this bass line with the fidget spinner or something on TikTok. And now I feel like it's way cooler, but you go from that bass to the
You didn't hear Giz tease it?
Not that I call. If I did, I didn't know it. Is this 13/8?
13/8. It's 11/4.
It's 5 plus 7 over 8. The drums backing this bass.
Oh, I'm seeing it.
The way it just carries the song. What are you seeing?
That they use math and science as metaphors for human issues. And that this song is known for all of the numbers you guys are chatting about.
So, you guys keep saying like Fibonacci. You know, I'd be lying if I said I knew anything about Fibonacci other than that he's apparently written some crazy math thing, and the Fibonacci sequence is a thing, and you know.
In like everything, right?
Apparently, it has something to do with the Mona Lisa and Jesus and Mary Magdalene. I don't know, and the Da Vinci Code. I don't know. That's just from a movie.
That name.
But yeah, I'm definitely so
Mary.
1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. It's a thing we can research tomorrow for sure. Definitely not sure, but with that said. Do we know for certain that Tool has thrown that into what I mean, is that something that they just talk about? Is this a basis of math rock that I just didn't know about? The golden ratio. The way that the guitar and the bass and the drums syncopate just make me so happy. Yes, Tool and Alex Gray as well incorporates it. Got it. Thank you, Tim. I love this so much. My brain, it's like, I don't know, you know how some people really like those satisfying to watch videos?
Mm.
Like, and some things are just really satisfying to see. Hearing these like bass lines syncopate with the drums and then hearing them transition and then go back is kind of like that to my brain. I think that that's the closest I can describe it. It's just so satisfying.
Well, and like, is that why the chat brought up the Fibonacci sequence because of the song?
It
'Cause,
could
like,
be.
these lines right now, like squaring,
I don't know how to quite describe
or you said doubling.
like I've made the joke about the tuning fork ringing in my loins before, but there really is something that I could just sink my teeth into with the feeling in my brain that happens when I know you're looking at me funny, but this is as real as I can be. There is just something that goes on in my brain when I hear this stuff. You go from this, right?
I like that part
And then
too. Yeah, that's how I get when I listen to
even the way Maynard's like voice goes over the top of this, it's just as much an instrument as any of the other stuff you're hearing. What a moment. I mean, this is kind of madness in a really cool way. I could fade into this noise and just like meditate to it. That instrumental, I could literally just lay, like when we do yoga, what's it called when I lay flat with my arms at my side?
Shavasana.
When we do Shavasana, I could Shavasana to the like my ass off to that part.
Yeah.
I
I'll put
could
it in my next class.
Shavasana to this.
Yeah. Can we cut it like just for the instrument?
Maybe. Gonna Shavasana. You heard it here.
Yeah, because this part's a little too much for Shavasana. Just,
I don't think
earlier part.
Shavasana is enough for this. This part is what I'm talking about for Shavasana.
Yeah. Okay.
This whole thing has been incredible. I loved all of it. I don't even know how they're going about making some of these noises. Wow. Does Maynard play instruments? And are these noises? These aren't keys. These are drums, aren't they? These are... Am I hearing drums?
Like electronic.
Like
drums?
dink, dink, dink. Like, am I hearing? Are those drums? Like these bombastic noises? Are these percussive noises made by Danny? Wow. The bass, like the double bass moment there. I gotta say, guys, I really think when it came to Tool that I was really just... I think that it was kind of a blessing in disguise that I waited so long to give him another shot. And I say that because I feel like, say I found this when I was a teenager and I wasn't able to really appreciate it for the lyrical content, right? I think I've got this set of adult circumstances where I can read through this and I can, look back and I can recognize, abstract lyricism, but I can also recognize deeply personal lyricism, and I can recognize the intricacies significantly more now than I might have when I was younger. And maybe when I was younger, I would have just heard it and breezed by it. And it wouldn't have been maybe as special to me because I it was just a part of my day-to-day lexicon. I'd listened to it and kind of left. But I think in this context, I have a greater foundation of musical exploration to lean on. My tastes have evolved because of that exploration. And hang on, okay. I gotcha. I'll go ahead and let Parabol roll into the next one. I think that this is just finding me at a place in life where I'm able to appreciate it for what it is. This song was huge, and I think that as a younger man, my impression of Tool was that it was really just creepy stuff. Before I'd ever done psychedelics, I could not possibly understand what this was, right? And so many people can't. If you come from a heavily religious household where like psychedelics was a cuss word, like you wouldn't know what to even possibly make of this kind of background or album cover. You know what I mean? So you throw a whole bunch of adult circumstances in to a person's life, and you give him, this background with which to understand them, and an open mind willing to kind of hear. And then, you've already got an inquisitive musical nature, so you just, you want to hear something. And as a musician, you can't help but hear what is absolutely like genius sounds. Like, and even the crazy thing is, like, even if you don't like the music, if you're a musician, it's impossible to listen to this and not hear the genius behind it. Like, whether every single thing is like done by this crazy mathematical equation, or if it's just like a whole bunch of guys that thought like, man, it'd be really fun to incorporate some math into music, and we're probably equipped enough to do that. Whatever the case may be, it's really friggin' cool. And to hear how it all blends, to see the lyrics in front of me and not have kind of the creepy thing of like, what is Maynard doing? It to see the art kind of personified in this way, but then personified as if you're watching your like genius friend do something really cool. I'm really impressed with this, and I feel really bad for kind of shunning the music for so long, because it really, but also kind of feel blessed that I did it, because I really feel like I'm getting to appreciate it in a different way now than I might have maybe had I heard it before or otherwise. Does that make sense? I digress. Thanks, babe. My wife said it makes sense. Thank you, Bor. Thank you, Scoots. I got all of your messages. Well, the ones you sent. What's up, Adam? The crescendo moments in this is amazing. Is that a didgeridoo I'm hearing? It's guys, Twitch is going to make me run an ad. So I'm actually going to pause it here because you guys want this transition to happen, which I appreciate you letting me know about. We're going to come back, revisit it. Bingo, bango. I will be right back. All right. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna bring it back to 2:30, and we are going to play out the last 34 seconds to get a good transition. And here we actually let's just go back, do the whole verse, shall we? That feels better. That feels better. At 2:30. They make such a kind of deep, tense, and the ethereal sound. You think they ever did psychedelics? Oh, that was so cool.
Whoa, my dad must know the song because it was featured on Guitar Hero World Tour.
The Parabol going into Parabola, like that moment goes parabolic. That really just chills in the spine. You know, like I want to hear that again. You go like that, just and it just sends it like you just like off the cliff, right? Bang! It's so nice. And one of the best guitar sounds I've heard from them yet. Is the alt metal sound growing on me? This is, I mean, in my opinion, just a better, more developed sound on the guitar than when I heard on Anima. And I know I've just let it start up twice and stopped it because I'm raw dogging you guys, but I really think that maybe it's just growing on me a little bit, but I also think that like it's just better, maybe more developed. Maybe that's the line where I didn't like it and now I do. I don't know. Say sorrow. Let us not ignore a say Sura moment when it happens. I really just keep getting hit with the lyricism by these guys. Like I really think
Yeah, I like their lyrics.
really like it's so much deeper than I would have ever been able to comprehend as a kid. And like again, as a like confused teenager that like wrestled with his own religious identity, I feel like the upbringing I had, this would have just completely confused me. And I'm glad I'm finding it now at a place where I really feel like it can hit me and me just feel like it's okay to enjoy it.
Mm.
You know, I know that's a weird thing to say, but it feels awkwardly relevant to
Like,
say.
okay, like, why wouldn't it
Like
be
I would have
okay?
felt like guilty for if I would have
Oh,
liked this as a child.
huh.
Like it would have been like sinful or something. I would have
Well,
had some sort of religious conviction and not understood what it was I was approaching.
didn't you like only listen to
For the
church music?
Yeah, for like the longest time. But that, I mean, neither here nor there. It's unrelated. I'm saying being able to hear this and really be able to connect with it. It's just, you know, the imagery is huge. I see myself in it. I guess I don't know what it. I never did. That was the best guitar moment on the. That was the best guitar. Maybe I don't know. Maybe recency bias. That was one of the best guitar moments on the album. I really loved this.
I actually noticed, thanks to Boar.
Yeah. No. You
I
know.
like the tone.
Boar, that you said this. This reminded me of that song from the Melvins. That lead that Buzzo played that you shared with us that day. That I ended up having to cancel in the middle of it. That lead. That he plays, that guitar tone just very is what I'm saying. Yeah. No, I just think that the guitar tone is hitting me. This feels like psychedelic revelation. Like psychedelic epiphany you have in the midst of it. Ooh!
Swirling around with this familiar parable, spinning, waving around each new experience. Recognize this as a whole and then celebrate this chance to be alive and breathing.
Yes!
Chance to
Yeah!
alive and breathing.
I'm so behind. Mel likes it.
Big fan of the lyrics.
The stereo panning that happened there in the fade in the it's just I told you earlier that when those transitions happen, it just rings a tuning fork in my loins, and
You
man, is it
did.
ever. The lyrics are hitting me so hard.
Mm.
Like there really is that, like, when I said like that psychedelic epiphany moment, like you ever just, I feel kind of similar to like Pink Floyd's "Breathe in the Air, Don't Be Afraid to Care," right? Like this hits with a very similar power to me. Like it just obviously different songs, different bands, different albums, whatever, but it hits me in a similar way. And I kind of had that, the first time I ever listened to Dark Side, I was 2 tabs in, and I can remember hearing that lyric, and it was a core memory of my life. It was a new chapter turned. Breathe in the air, don't be afraid to care, right? This has it really has the same power to it. And when Mel looked over at me, and like you saw me look back over at her, like it really was, I think we both kind of had that moment where that line happened, and we both understood that. And yeah, I I feel like this is the part that nobody talks about with Tool. I feel like people talk about the thematics, like the ripping drums, whatever, but they don't talk about this. This is, I think, a huge selling point.
Yeah.
This is a really big selling point.
Definitely, I love this one.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
And lyrics and other songs too.
Words and music are so cool.
Math and science.
Math and science. Words and music, math and science. Welcome to Tool. This sound. You too. This is what we call a tone boner. You've now experienced a tone boner. Gosh. And then it fades into a very natural sound with the frogs. And the little harmonics there at the end. That ending brought in guitar tones that we haven't heard the whole album, that did not, like, it was like his clean tone, kind of like just a nice little bridge pickup with some reverb, and then just like the harmonics on the way out.
So do I say I have a tone boner too?
Yeah.
Or is there a different
way
to say it?
I don't You're soaked in tone, I guess. I don't know.
Tone.
You're just drenched in tone over there. I honestly I don't quite know what to say.
The tone really drenched me.
That I don't know if I like that any better. We're gonna work on this one, but I either way, it does. Yeah. That song was really good. I don't know if I like that better than Schism or not, but when you have Parabol and a Parabola, moist tone. Ooh, that's not a bad one. That's not the one.
I don't know. I don't really love the word moist.
You're apparently among a group of people. I think that's a word a lot of people don't like.
I don't know. It's just I don't really have many words like that, moist.
All right, next song is Ticks and Leeches. Here we go. You're all toned up. A radio-friendly track for the release. This was their response. I think having Danny start him off was a good idea. They want the radio? We'll send Danny out there. He's got a Gatling gun for a bass drum. He could have said F and F, but he chose to say suck and suck.
Cuss and cuss.
He could have said cuss, and he did not. $37.
I was, oh my gosh, babe, I'm already jumping to you butt thieving bastards.
I can't believe how many voices he has. The bass right now is so... Do you think the record label checks the lyrics and stuff before they stamp the product out there? Like, how do you think it works? Like, do they just get a platinum record that shows up to their door one day, you know, and realize that they were the Ticks and Leeches? Like, how does it work?
This is what you wanted. This is what you had in mind. This is what you're getting.
Lemonade's up, boys. And people and girls. This is when we get really intimate about sucking them dry. I love their dynamics throughout this whole album, dude. Babe, you didn't whisper, did you?
No.
You hear the whispering?
Like somebody breathing like me.
No, hang on. I'm going to turn this way up in your
Just a
headphones for a
little bit.
moment. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
be
hang on.
careful.
Listen to this. What is it? I put it back down for you as to not blow your ears out. Okay, so this isn't like an acid flashback. Like there's really whispering there. Does anybody have a read on what they're saying?
It's unintelligible.
Okay, that was actually your voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
It's unintelligible.
Okay, it's unintelligible. Just okay.
I don't know. Can anyone else understand it? I can't.
I feel like this. I'm so interested in how they would approach some of these songs live. I just love the bombastic intimacy of this moment of being, of him just kind of, sultrily, like whispering in a sultry way, like "suck me dry." Oh, say so. You get a real punk rock guitar tone there man. Yeah. The last song, hey guys, enjoy life. This song, yeah, get cussed. I I think that's a pretty good way to put it. I honestly feel like this one went so many different directions, but just to know even a little bit of the story behind this, to kind of see how many places it goes, to see, I mean, these songs are really journeys. Like, and I think that it's not as user friendly as a lot of the other like alt metal that's out there, because you're going on like 8-minute adventures, where we're calling the people that are kind of paying for the gig the vultures, like ticks and leeches. Like, I really, really, really love the attitude and the artistry that comes with this. It hits so hard, even if sometimes it's a little over the top. I think that's maybe the fun of what this is. It's like over the top in style. And honestly, when I pair all of this together, like when you see all of the different things, it really would be hard to pigeonhole them to just say that Tool sounds like this. It's definitely metal, but it's, I think, something significantly more introspective, contemplative, and creative than just to pigeonhole it to metal. It's metal. There's no doubt about it. Like, there's no doubt about it. But, and I feel like that's kind of as far in as I am, as far as I should, that's where I should leave it for now. Danny Carey on the drums is one of the coolest things ever. Did Tool have radio hits? I'm absolutely going to be checking out live videos of them. There's no way I'm not. There's no way I'm not. And I mean, honestly, at this point, I think I just listen to the discography. I think at this point I just do the thing. I mean, honestly, I've heard enough. Like, I didn't like one thing I've heard from them. It was Sober. It was a live performance. I'll send you the video. It's not my. Yeah. I'll show you the video later. Maybe I'll appreciate it more now. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a read listen. I don't know. It's just not my favorite thing. Whatever. But this has certainly been enough. Just between what I've heard so far, I'm gonna keep going. This is. I really like Tool. I really do. I see why you guys were like, Walter, you should listen to Tool. If my only impression of Tool had been just that one performance, I may never had gone back, and that would have been on me. I certainly... what's funny is the mods can tell you, I have genuinely been sweating bullets about knowing that the Tool albums were getting bigger and bigger and bigger on the pie. We had conversations about it behind the scenes, like, sometimes it is what it is. I thought that Tool was just going to be a long dick I was going to have to suck to get it off the pie. Not the case. Like, this is totally fine for me. It turns out this was not my dick to suck. This was a really exciting thing I'm happy about. So here we go. This is the title track, Lateralus. You hear the wobbling sound? It's a really high def heartbeat. I would love to have been the kid that got this album as a random birthday present, though. And you just ended up getting totally surprised by whatever you hit play button on. If you were that kid that was given this album as a random present and you didn't know what was coming, let me know. Going from this to the next bit is so cool. That was you, Chuck? Oh, I'd love to hear it. Getting louder here. We're building it up. The dynamics in the song. I mean, again, when prog psychedelic metal, I feel like that adding like math, prog psychedelic math metal. I guess I don't know, but you know, I guess somebody mentioned earlier Dark Side from the perspective of the baby. I don't know about that either, but I cannot help but see, like, I mean, if I'm kind of being honest about it, like, kind of my own thought process and some of it, overthinking, overanalyzing, separate my body from my mind, withering my intuition, missing opportunities that I must feed. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like there is a little bit of like, maybe you're supposed to see yourself in all of it. You know, like in the abstract. I like hearing how many voices this guy has and how, like, the emotion of the song and the feeling of the song kind of change based on the way his voice is promoting it or presenting, and then his use of meter throughout this, the way the lyrics evolve to kind of match the music as it evolves.
In my infancy, red and yellow then came to be, reaching out to me, lets me see. There is so much more and beckons me to look through to these infinite possibilities. As below, so above and beyond, I imagine, drawn outside the lines of reason. Push the envelope, watch it bend.
The biggest gripe with this, and a lot of Tool, is being too vague or pseudo-mystical and leaning on imagery that suggests depth without much concrete meaning. I feel like the delivery and atmosphere carry more weight than the actual words, making the message seem more opaque once written down. To that, I would say, I think in a lot of what Tool does, the lyrics and in the way that Maynard delivers them seem to be more, in a lot of context, instrumentation. But I also think that there's an intentional abstract to the way he seems to be writing, wherein he wants you to try to imaginatively place yourself there. And at bare minimum, in my experience, coming from a perspective of, being a guy that's like, lived my own particular set of circumstances, and I will say, like, I am leaning a lot on my own psychedelic imagery and past to place myself into some of this stuff. So it doesn't seem pseudo mystical to me so much as maybe it's like what a lot of psychonauts experience, and that feels, but maybe then it feels like it's leaning too hard into that too. Life is psychedelic. What I'm getting at here is I think that some of my favorite albums are intentionally vague, and I think it's like it allows me to kind of live in my own, like, I'm able to make my key fit to the song, right? Like, I can put myself in that story because it isn't too specific, and I like things like that. I like open-ended stories like that don't give me the ending and I'm left to wonder what happens. I don't want too many things buttoned, and I can see why that something like that would rub people, honestly, because there is music like that where I'm sure I feel the exact same way. So I see your point exactly, and I really love that you call attention to it, because I think that that's what makes the discussion of music so interesting and why music discovery is so cool. I do very often see Maynard's voice and lyrics as an instrument, just as much as I would see Danny's drums an instrument. For whatever that's worth to you guys. Maybe sometimes the lyrics are meant to just be an instrument, really like the guitar work on this album a lot more than I like Anima. So happy right now. Hey Bert, love ya man, love ya man. Talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out, homie. The polyrhythmic thing is kind of building, and sometimes things syncopate and sometimes they don't. that's my favorite part about like polyrhythmic parts, right? Is like when some things syncopate and others just keep doing their thing, but then you get this really exciting build. This whole part right here, between the drums, the bass, and the guitar, and then Maynard. Is this why people say spiral out?
Like it's cool why that people started saying that?
What?
You mean like is this song why people say spiral out?
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, I'm
not.
saying in context of the band, like when that seems
Or
to
the
be like a saying.
Fibonacci.
Yeah, it seems to be a saying of the band. This whole swing on the spiral thing, like this has been one of my favorite moments of the album. Just this kind of soft thing where you have this build up, you've got these syncopated things that they add in. I really, right here. The imagery is just so nice. I want to hear that. I want to hear the instrumental again. You start off with a tremolo picking thing. The squealing crybaby Tony gets here. The stereo panning there. It sounded like Maynard yelled into something and it made his voice go back and forth in the ears. Fantastic. Yo, thank you for the 4 tick, old biddies. Okay, got it. This might be the most conscientious metal I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Bar none. Frig, dude. Drop D in consciousness. Thinking man's metal. This is the most conscientious metal I've ever heard.
You guys have converted him. He's talking about listening to the whole discography.
No, I'm gonna. It's they hit the deep dive list. This is a real thing. My dick is blown off. This is one of those ones I'm actually sad is like coming to an end. Like I because you only get to listen to an album once for the first time, you know. I got to run an ad. Man, I'm excited about this one, guys. I gotta.
What was the song somebody said I would really like?
Reflection.
Reflect.
It's the song after the next one. So, yeah, guys, I'll be be right back. All right, guys. Let's knock the rest of this bad boy down. Disposition is next. I love the harmonics that he plays with his bass. Maybe those are guitar harmonics, actually. Am I hearing a keyboard? Like a synth here? This is such a nice little, like, I think cool down is a good word for it. Thanks for them tiggle bitties. Does Danny play hand drums or is this all done with sticks? There's so many interesting noises that pop up. And is it a slide on the guitar?
Mention this to me. Mention something. Mention anything. Mention this to me. Watch the weather change.
This has just been a nice little kind of pensive song.
Mention this to me. Mention something. Mention anything. Mention this to me. Watch the weather.
So when you say that this song and the next two songs are a sequence, do you mean like they're all like it's like a suite, so to speak? Like it's so this is the pre-song, so like we're kind of gearing up, like this is the intro to the song.
Watch the weather
Thanks, babe.
change.
Thanks for the yogis, babe. Hey, Night Scooch, love you, buddy.
Weather change.
Boom. Love you, Scoots. Thanks for the album, buddy. This is your fault, man. You born, I guess, Rumham, technically. Because Rumham put Danny Carey on.
Yup, I like it. Reflection.
Wow. This is the best metal has landed for going off the wall. It's really good. Listen to this bass.
Yeah, this warmed me up a bit too.
Got it. Bow, bow. Kind of gives you a little bit of a Schism light kind of vibe. The like it's a. Am I the only one that kind of gets that vibe? There, it does feel like it's a like a motif there. I think Danny Carey is probably MVP on this album by far, but I have really found that the guitar tones were just okay. Are we back to, is this a voice being played as an instrument?
not fade away undertone.
Kind of also feels like very similar to what I saw Danny Carey do in Numa. You've got that hi-hat riding, or that's just like that consistent kind of 4/4 time. But then you've got his other arms like doing stuff on the toms. You've got the bass doing a crazy thing. It's like he's got all of his limbs doing different stuff.
It totally does. Not fade away into
The stereo pan there.
Who said I was gonna like this one? They know I was like not fade away.
Find peace within the emptiness. How pitiful.
What about the voice going like it's like yeah, I don't know how to
I don't know.
describe
I
that
think
one.
you know how Eddie Vedder is known for kind of doing his like like the Vedderisms, so to speak.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Maynard is kind of has that
Alright.
his own equivalent of that, where it's that like where he kind of like shakes his voice like that.
No, it sounds like it's like it's like sounds like it's something being done like.
Well, I
with
feel like what you're hearing is him shaking his voice with like a reverby, like a I don't know what kind of reverb. It feels something, but I feel like like maybe a soft gated reverb. Yeah, you're hearing the like the echoes that are happening after. It's like a really wet decayed echo that you're hearing right after. Meditation leads to the peace within the emptiness. Did psychedelic use lead you to meditation too? That was my story personally. I'm just wondering if that was anybody else's.
Well, I definitely did a lot of psychedelics before I started getting into meditation, so it probably opened me up to it.
It's just that's anecdotal experience. I feel like I've gotten a lot more from meditation, though. Wow. has a world of music kind of vibe to it, but then this. I've been staring at this song, these lyrics, just like I'm in disbelief. What? I literally am so moved by this. Just the comment on the ego, like going through this whole thing. I don't know, like, don't want to be down here serving my narcissism. I must crucify the ego before it's far too late. I pray the light lifts me out. Like, and I think all of us kind of wrestle with that. Like, I don't think all of us are narcissists, right? But I think all of us wrestle with the idea that maybe we are. Even if we think we're good. No, you don't think when you're thinking the worst of yourself, like I don't sit and think to myself I'm a narcissist, but what I'm saying,
narcissist.
I think that the ego part is what I'm talking about. I'm not sitting here saying like, at the end of the day, have you ever hurt somebody and unintentionally, like whether you intended to or not, like maybe
What do
focusing
you
on your own
think?
self? Yeah, we've all done that, whether we were focusing on ourselves or not. I think there is, I know that human life is a thing, but I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things that I understand coming from a place of having like had a like ego dissolving experience. So I don't know, when I like look at my life as like a collection of these experiences that make up the person that is Walter, and I like if I give myself a true reflect, like a real one over, like human nature is riddled throughout my life the same way as everybody else's. You know what I mean? And like as much as I would like to think I do everything I can to be the best I can, like, and tilt the scales, like all we can do is hope that we're leaning significantly, more than 50-50. But like, no matter how good I don't know, and maybe this is coming from a place of like, Christian guilt of the upbringing of Christian guilt. I don't know.
I
But
don't think I have that.
I think I've always kind of seen myself as like a sinner that tries to do better.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it was that view maybe that's the view that I'm coming from here, is like growing up with that thought.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah.
I didn't get like shown videos of people like burning in hell though, like other kids like from Texas.
Yeah.
Like,
They were never really good videos, but they were enough to make you think.
So you saw those too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, no, that was wild. I heard about that when I moved to Texas.
Yeah, no. It's like I was absolutely terrified. And again, I think having done like psychedelics to the point that you can see humanity for what it is, and like you dissolve your ego to the point that you're like, wow, I'm
We
really
are
just kind of a
one.
pathetic thing that could really do better for the world and those around me.
Pathetic?
Yeah, like when you look at your life for just like the good and the bad.
Yeah.
I feel like psychedelic use, absolutely. In those cases, inspired me to be a better person, and now I don't really care to do psychedelics. I just care to do work to be a continuously better person, right? But
Just listen to Tool.
yeah, just listen to Tool. Guys, sorry about that. I let me get back into it. Before.
Well, I did mean like play the music, but I also mostly meant like the psychedelics. Get the psychedelics from Tool.
Yeah, no, I think you can just be introspective
get
and
it?
find yourself. Now I do. Thank you for
Okay.
explaining it because it did go over my head.
Okay.
I'm with you, Tim.
I liked this so much better before he started singing. Like that voice is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like maybe too heavy for me.
I really liked it, and what he was saying, I'm similarly sitting. I'm equally moved by. The voice.
But I liked the instrumental part.
The instrumental parts have been
Most of the
mind-blowing.
song.
Well, and I think that's what makes this song so fun is that there is this massive amount of space to play with within the instrumentation where you can just lose yourself to these massive soundscapes. But,
It's
he's
11 minutes. Like, oh, that's a long song. Yeah, I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you come from the jam band scene, so it's easy for you to be used to it.
11 minutes.
Yeah, but what's
Okay.
11 minutes? That's like a warm-up. But I'm not similarly averted to the voice. I'm here for the drums. I told Mel in an ad break that on the drums alone, I wish somebody would have just said, Walter, listen to this for the drums. Because that'd have won me over really quick. I probably 100% would have gone deeper into that. But I don't think I'm here for the voice for sure. Like, I like what I'm hearing. I like the lyricism. I like the conscientious approach to this music. I certainly like the music, but I certainly see Maynard's voice as more an instrument. But I'm kind of here for the drums. Yeah, I mean, but I'm here for the whole thing too, right? Like, because it's all blowing my dick off. Like, I'm. Is this an instrumental? Triad? There's only 2 songs left?
Ooh, goody, an instrumental. Oh, it's heavy though.
Honestly, I think Reflection, by the way,
Favorite?
not favorite, but the whole song was a reflection. Like, but it was also, I think, singing about like a reflection in a mirror just as much as it was singing about like a reflection, like a view of oneself being a reflection, but also like I was reflecting and thought these things.
Yeah, see, that's the first one I thought, like thinking reflection. You were thinking of looking reflection?
Well, I'm saying it encompassed both
okay.
throughout the song, and I loved that. I like his use of, like, the words mean multiple things. Like, with the patient, there was patience, as in, I will wait.
Be patient.
And be patient, but then there is also, like, a hospital patient.
Yeah.
I like that there's these double meanings.
Yeah, I like that.
It's so nice.
Yeah. Did you know about Alex Gray before this?
Yeah, I think if you do psychedelics, you know who Alex Gray is. Like, they give you
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they give you his Wikipedia page with your first hit of acid. At least they started doing that when I started taking them. Is Tool a better studio band or a better live band? What's your opinion?
I feel like I've heard live is better.
I've not heard it. I haven't heard it, that's why I asked.
Because of the performance art side of it, right? I don't know.
Great studio band, live is an experience. Studio. I love the tension that they build here. The screechy sound. Primacy, maybe. It really, really amps up. Like, they have this ability to just go from, like, pumping to, like, super sand thumping. Like that. Like, you go from these moments where you're like, here, and you already feel like you're kind of up there, like you're kind of heavy with these squealing things, and then it just sets off. I went back a little bit too far, I think. There it is. What does Maynard do when they do their instrumental moments? Love this. The amount of places that this goes is kind of nuts. Does a little Sudoku to kill the time. I really wasn't sure. I honestly kind of blown away. This feels like one of those things that you kind of get or you don't. Like, as I've gone through this, you really, really get it, or you really, really don't. He used to post videos himself playing solo Jenga while they were chatting. Okay. Doing a solo Jenga, huh? So he's just chilling. What is their collaborative process? Like, when they're putting an album together, how do they all get together? How does it work? Who comes up with the concepts for these big things? Is like Maynard, is this like a creative, is Tool, okay, here's what I'm trying to ask. Here's the question I'm trying to ask. Is Tool a vehicle that serves as Maynard's creative outlet? Or is this the brainchild of all of the guys? Does that make sense? I'm trying to... I feel like I'm asking this the right question. Is this a collective, or is this... Yeah, I think I'm asking that right. Is this... Like, obviously it's a band, but is this like a band where everybody has to be there? Kind of like Zeppelin. Once Bonham died, Zeppelin was no more. Or is this like just Maynard's vehicle that, has just a good enough cast to do the things that exist within his brain? I'm interested. If you have your opinion on that question, please answer.
No clue.
Or maybe this is all Danny Carey's band. So it's like what the Smiths did with Morrissey. I keep commenting on how their time signatures and stuff is nuts. But I think what's amazing really is that they all just managed to do it. Like all of them fall into place. Like they all friggin' fit.
Danny makes one?
No, so I guess from what everybody has told me, because we're Arizona people, I guess Maynard lives here
And makes one here?
in the desert and like lives and breathes his wine now. Like, and from what people have said, he is more the wine than he is the music. At least one commenter said so. If you were that commenter, shout out to you, by the way. Last song, and I'm genuinely sad. Faaip De Oiad. I have no idea. Yeah, the pieces fit. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Crimson. Man, this is really good. Last song. Very sad about it. Actually, I'm gonna let it transition in. Tools the police to. This one's too spooky. We're gonna let it all hang out, guys. It's after midnight.
Yep.
No, this is drums. Anybody else's brain getting kind of itchy?
When you said that, my head got
I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm a former employee at Area 51. I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago.
He is at Area 51 and let go of medical
Medical
discharge a
discharge.
week ago?
Area 51. I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago. And I've kind of been running across the country. And I don't know where to start. They're gonna still triangulate with their vision really soon. Okay, well, what we're thinking of as aliens, they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the,
This is the kind of thing I listen to over and over and over again until I'm sure I know everything that guy is saying, and then I'm like not coming back. But it does have a little bit of a the darkest side of the moon.
Yeah.
space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the area.
Dark side of the moon too. The Earth's flat.
One, the disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them. And there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now. They want those major population centers wiped out. So that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
I just read what you said there, Gary. I paused it right at that. Classic timing pause, Walter. All right. Well, goodness gracious me.
Big Tool fan over here. Walter, right?
I think I need a t-shirt.
I liked it more than I thought I would, and I definitely think Reflections is my favorite.
Yeah. I I just didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I liked Anima, and I was like, I'm sure I'll, I'm gonna enjoy, you know, another album or whatever. I didn't think I was gonna be like deep dive enjoyed it. I certainly not. And again, it reminded me of so many different things while still being very uniquely its own thing. This is the most conscientious metal sound I've heard, but I think to call it metal would be diminutive to all of the things that it is. Um and honestly, it just I'm glad I heard Anima first. I'm glad the chronology thing is something I get because to get to hear really how far it evolved, going from one album to the other. Like it really seemed like it stepped out in a lot of really big ways as far as just growing up as musicians, really you know incorporating things like and to even see them like fine-tuning their own craft, like the songwriting, to see them do something in metal that really didn't seem to be happening anywhere at the time, like approaching things so conscientiously and creatively while also still having that edge and kind of F you to the man spirit. um I will say, as a person that's done a lot of psychedelics in my life and is now not doing them, I do think that this album would be a hard one to listen to on psychedelics because it seems like it could be pretty heavy and scary. Um, so maybe if you're a person that hasn't done psychedelics and you jump straight to doing them, consider set and setting, and that this could be a really heavy album to try to just test drive, and I don't necessarily think I would advise it, just as a safety measure. Not an album I think that this is definitely an experienced psychedelic user's album. If you wanna go trip, listen
Where
to some
people,
Grateful Dead and smile, or some Fish and
or
smile.
this could be an album for people that are high on life.
Yeah, just high on life, exercising, people that like
Yeah.
do the shavasana,
But yeah, I think you might be the only person I've ever heard that wants a Shavasana tool.
Yeah, I I honestly really really liked this for so many reasons I didn't expect to like it, and I think that really says a lot about the band. I'm really frustrated at myself for realizing how much I misjudged the band for so long. I mean, that really bums me out. Um, yeah, this was really good. I'm excited. Guys, consider Tool on the deep dive list. I'm gonna do all of their albums now. So,
What about what's the next Daily Dan?
Steely Dizzle, that'll come here pretty soon. But anyways,
Well,
guys,
the Deacon made me think of that.
oh,
There's a song called Deacon Blues.
fair enough.
Okay.
I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.
And Clark.
And Clark. Yeah.
Consider.
Oh, yeah. Be honest. Were you looking at my dog's balls at the end of this video? Goodbye.
I was.